Hello, my name is C83. Here we are again. We continue with the third episode of color design methods. Low color quantity and multicolor bit design method. That sounds like a little unconventional, but in the CDS color design system, it is one of the most fundamental theories of color design. That is to say, many colors in a color design system. One of the underlying logic and color attribute laws. It is a design method of color control. Among them, less hue and more color bit design method. It's using the hue circle and the bit triangle. Some property of its laws. An application method of color design formed. Okay, let's start. Low hue and multi-hue design method. Low hue and multi-hue design method. Our rules throughout the color design system. We have already reached the third part. The first part we will talk about is color analysis method. If some friends haven't seen our video yet, you can take a look at the videos we posted before. The second step is about the warm and cold color design law. Now what we're talking about today is low hue and multi-hue design method. In fact, this is a very key color design methods. It is strictly controlled. The orderly arrangement of color design and visual harmony. If you try to violate this approach to color design, it is a color effect created by subjective art, and it definitely does not conform to the effective product color design. Okay, let's move on to the third part. Less hue and more color bit design method for color design. You can clearly understand it from the name. Less hue, that is, in the hue ring. A very small choice of hue. That is to say, the hue ring has 360 degrees. The maximum contrast is 180 degrees. And what about the amount of color? It must be in a hue range smaller than 180 degrees. Color selection at least within a 45-degree angle. Second bit multicolor bit design. If there is less hue, so you're in this triangular space of colors, you can choose from many colors. And color position. Design your color like this. And they put them together. The same, very visual harmony and harmony. When it comes to this, I told you about it. We are in the CDS color system. Less hue and more bits. It means to parts. The hue of the first color language. I'm talking about culture. That's our keyword. Our proposition. Less hue. That is to say, he wants very small included angles and keywords. A very small range of hue. What about polychromatic bits? It's just more color, more emotion. More color contrast to combine. This is the explanation of the design method of less hue and more bits. Let's look at this picture. See it through the eyes of people of color. It's very simple. Take a look at the past. You know it's a less hue, more hue design. Why do you say so? So what you see throughout this picture is this. Except for black, blue, and blue-gray. And then basically black to blue to white. It's transitional colors. This means that in the four-dimensional triangle of color, basically it's all blue. Except for white and near white ash. And near dark ash. Then add a little bit to this color range. the orange-red color of the dawn. This is what it belongs to. This is what is called in color design less hue multi-bit design method. Okay, let's do a further analysis. We also professional color design software with CDS to do a quantitative analysis. Continue to use Color Scheme Express for interpretation. So the design method of this is very simple. We see the definition of less hue polychromatic design method. What is the less hue multi-bit design method? Tell you very clearly. If we choose one or two nearby hues, that is to say, in the 360 degrees of the hue ring, choose any one, very close one or two hue, or the smallest hue angle. You can choose multiple different blacknesses. The color of the whiteness chroma bit. That's the definition of polychromatic design. We also use CDS Express Color Scheme software to do an objective quantitative analysis. Our friends who like color will see at a glance. We chose 15 colors for this. The foundation of color design is relatively large. Generally speaking, in color design, hue is only used in one or two colors. In terms of color, a color bit limit design with 15 colors. Second, we will get one area guide, the main and auxiliary points of the design plan. Design a color scheme. And let's look at the middle part again. What's its interpretation? And that tells us very clearly. We look at it at first glance. In the range of the hue ring, we see two colors. One is blue. One is orange. Then these two colors. We just thought about it. That starry picture we just saw. It goes from black to white to blue. A patch of ash. That is mainly blue. But at the horizon, suddenly there was a little orange light on the line. So it comes into colors. Quantization of any color with CDS. Design tools. You can achieve natural colors, color design and combination of everything. Then we go to the hue ring. Let's look at the triangle again. The triangle is about color positions. We were talking about the hue ring. It's about culture. These are two psychological characteristics of hue. It's about color. It's about scale, emotion. This is done according to this. But let's look at the triangle now. Basically, it's all this blue color. From white to black to colorful to gray. It's all this color, because we use these couriers of CDS to choose. It's very simple. Will you design? It all makes a very beautiful, harmonious visual harmony design. And we've chosen an arbitrary point here. It's the color orange. How about this? So we have two hues, but the dominant hue of our hue, the screen is dominated by blue. And this orange-yellow is just an embellishment color. So in the triangle. So that's pretty clear. Design method of less hue and more bit. This is the physical interpretation of it. Okay, we'll see it even clearer here. That's all our color schemes. The interpretation of its color. This is the CDS coding system. I've said that before. We can print colors with CMYK standard system. Can output. Is that so? You can work with any existing graphics tool. To connect, output your color features. Part 2. It is an indication of the area of the main and auxiliary points of our color. Output guidance plan. Let me tell you what this color is. the color scheme we often use in practice. There are also 15 colors here. Of course, blue is the main color. We just got a filming plan. It's that simple. Our solution here is purely quantitative. Digital. Then according to our old rules. We still use the color scheme just now. Come and make a color application plan. But here we are only talking about this issue. We are mainly talking about a lack of hue. Design method of polychromatic position. It doesn't say how to do specific color analysis. It doesn't talk about how to do color design application cases, because our channel will explain it to you later. When really doing color design application cases, how to operate color design methods. If you are interested in our channel, friends, we'll meet later. Courses that will be exposed to our design approach. Again, we still use blue as the core. The blue just now. Like us. Design a costume in blue and blue. We still use this set of colors to do it once. The design of one of our indoor environment applications. We also see a bright blue, black and blue-gray. Then there is a color. That's what we just saw. The color of mouse red on the horizon. Here, because when color is applied, it should be integrated with the field of design. Because it's about interior design. When it comes to interior design, the area of this color will be slightly enlarged. So, we're just seeing the emergence of these warm light sources. Okay, then our today. The third category of color design methods is over. Less hue multi-bit design method. Do you understand? If our color scheme, all methods and theories of design are of interest, you can pay attention to this color sutra. It will give you all the answers. If you are still interested in our channel, hope to follow our color channel. Thank you very much.